Joining us now live from Havana, Cuba, CNN's Patrick Oppmann.
And Patrick, what are the Cubans on the island saying about their new leader?
People are still processing this. The fact that as of today, they have a president whose last name is not Castro. You have to think the majority of the people on this island were born after the revolution. They've known two presidents their whole lives, Fidel Castro, and for the last 10 years, Raul Castro. I think what people were really struck by, the ones who listened, because a lot of people I noticed they were either watching soap operas or baseball games, but the people who paid attention were really struck by the fact that Raul Castro said he will eventually turn over his remaining title of First Secretary of the Communist Party to Miguel Diaz-Canel. So in just about 3 years, Miguel Diaz-Canel will have all the titles that Raul Castro had and will really become the next strongman of Cuba. People don't expect much change here, but they're curious to see what happens.
Patrick, do we know anything about Diaz-Canel's style of leadership? Maybe there'll be some change in style, if not substance.
Absolutely. I think we'll see some cosmetic changes. We already saw some when he voted last month, and the press was invited to film him in his native city of Santa Clara. He walked right up to us. He was not surrounded by many bodyguards. They didn't push us back, and we were able to get shots of him as he waited in line, which is something unusual here for a top official to do. He was shaking hands. He was kissing people on their cheeks. He was taking selfies with children. So he really seemed to present himself as somebody who has a much more of a common touch than we've seen here in recent years. Whether that or not that will translate into real changes, it's just too early to say.
Patrick Oppmann live for us in Havana, Cuba this evening. Thank you.
Thanks, Patrick. And CBS News correspondent Manuel Bojorquez is also in Cuba tonight. Look for his report tonight on the CBS Evening News with Jeff Glor. That's at 6:30 after the CBS 4 News at 6.